Hello guys, I'm the AnimeUpRise, and today I'm with the Story of Games. Say hello.
Hello.
And today we're gonna do a top 5 anime thing.
Yay!
and how it's going to work is I want to do my number 5, then he's gonna do his number 5, and it's gonna go from there. It's that easy. Since you're the guest, I'll let you go first.
Oh, you'll let me go first? Well, how generous. Alright, for my number 5, I actually found this one like a month ago or so. It's called Chronos Ruler, and it's all about time and stuff like that, eh?
Oh, frick.
So these dudes are called Chronos Rulers, hence the name, and they go and they fight these monsters that devour human time. And our main character, called Vito, he's trying to get his time back because his time was stolen from one of these monsters, and he's slowly going back in time, his age anyways, to, revert himself back into basically a child or an infant.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't know. It's pretty good, trust me. It only has like 13 episodes right now, but they said they were coming back, so I'm holding their word on it.
That's amazing. I'll check it out.
Alright.
Anyways, now it's my turn. Number 5 is No Game, No Life. And
Okay, that's fine.
I like the series because of the soundtrack, the art. Like, the art's amazing. Like, frick. And the plot.
Oh, yeah.
I like how they're in a game world where everything's settled by games. It's just amazing. That's really all I have for it. No Game, No Life. Number 4 is your turn? Yeah.
Yes, it's my turn. Mine is Fate Zero. Now, I love the Fate franchise. It's one of my most favorite franchises. But Fate Zero tops it all off because, well, we have an anti-hero, and he kind of kills in a way that is more strategy based, and that's why I like Fate Zero. If you don't know what Fate Zero is, it's basically you got 7 masters and then they summon servants and then they're supposed to kill each other for a holy grail war. And it might start off slow, but it gets really good when it hits that like halfway point and it gets intense. So I recommend watching it.
I could not get into that anime just because it's like you mentioned, the slow part.
Yeah, it's slow, but if you actually just give it like 3 episodes. I know the first episode's like 50 minutes or something like that.
Oh,
but
anyways,
it's pretty good.
I'll go with my number 4. My number 4 spot has to go to Fairy Tail.
Oh.
I just like how they're on an adventure that can go anyways. Like it can just go on a random old job, or it could be like a dark guild. It's just really fun to see, and I like the characters like Natsu, the classic shonen main character.
You like the magic?
And the world building too. Like the world they're in is pretty cool. Like it can be like there's so much we don't know about the world yet. So like
yeah.
The series. You can just keep building off the world because it's like just so big. So it's like a never-ending series, just like how Fairy Tail ended with the 100-year journey. So it could really just that series has the potential to just keep going.
Yep. All right. The only problem with that is it's a long series. It's a long mainstream series. That's all I gotta say.
But I love long mainstream.
I know that, but
your number 3 is up now.
Alright, next would have to be Higurashi. Now, I like Higurashi not just for the gore and guts and all that, but I like the premise of it. It has a really good mystery story. In other anime, you don't see much mystery anime, and if there is a mystery anime, it's really easy to figure out. Oh, that was your phone? Anyways, it's like really easy to figure out. But in Higurashi, you just like the second season absolutely blew me away. the second season is hard to find unless you use something like Kiss Anime, right? But besides that, it's all good. Also, like how the characters just mentally go insane at different points, and there's like a whole Ground Day premise to it. Groundhog Day, that's what it's called. And that's just why I love Higurashi, and that's why I recommend it.
That's why I can't stand Higurashi. Oh, freak, okay. Honestly, this feels more like a podcast than anything else right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was like, it doesn't sound like I'm on a video.
Okay, anyways, let's go to my number 3 spot, which has to go to Parasite the Maximum. Like, I find it funny how we both have gory series that place in number 3.
Yeah.
The reason I like it is because, like, the dark premise of the show, like, the parasites controlling the human, how they can shape their heads and everything. It's freaking...
It's creepy.
At first, it creeped me out a little bit, but after a while, I got used to it. Then there's, like, how you... And then for a gory series, it really gets you to care about the characters. Like, even, like, Miki, like, at the end of the series, I start to care about the parasite, so... That's saying something.
Really?
And the powers, like, it's pretty unique for the parasites. You don't really see that type of power anywhere, or how they can just morph their heads into anything.
No. Pretty cool.
They can just shape their head into someone else's head. Or like make weapons out of their head, just freaking... Or anywhere they took control of. And I like the main character, Izumi, like, he gets all... spoilers if you haven't got this far.
What, that nerd? I'm just...
It's like... He, like... His mother gets, like, freaking controlled by a parasite. And he almost dies, and then he becomes, like, a really cool character afterwards, because he, like, loses all his emotions, and then... He freaking just hard for him to care.
He gets the good old protag power.
Yeah. Parasite is just amazing. Anyways, it's time for you to go number 2.
Alright, for my number 2 spot is kind of both, really. It's Index and Railgun. Now, I like Index and Railgun because they're in the same world, right? They're in the same universe, they're in the same city even. But they have completely different stories between each other. Like Railgun focuses on the science and the espers and the powers of the people in Academy City and the people that they experiment on and stuff like that. And while Index focuses on magic, and magic is a whole different thing from espers. There's, new enemies, there's churches, there's just... And then they get into a feud about, espers and magic people, stuff like that. But that's kind of why I like Railgun and Index. And especially that the main character of Index has a really unique power, in my opinion. The Magic Breaker, it's basically OP per tag power, but, he doesn't really have an OP per tag power that much, I guess you could say. Like, it doesn't dominate over unless he uses it in a strategic way. About punching people.
Oh, freak. I thought
so that was my number.
I thought Railgun and Index Break are almost the same thing.
They're in the same world, but they focus on completely different premises. If it was one of them, I'd choose Index, though, because they use their 48 hours better than Railgun does. So just go to Index first, and then Railgun.
Okay, my number 2 is My Hero Academia.
Do that.
It's a classic shonen anime that has an easy premise that just about any anime fan can get into, really. Like, it's really... Like, if I had to recommend an anime for, like, any newcomers, My Academia would probably be the one.
It's for newbies. I'm just...
Well, it's really enjoyable, so yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. And the characters, too, like... Like Deku, he's the underdog, and like Bakugo, the overdog.
The overdog.
Well, I think I like the world too. It's like I said about Fairy Tail. It's a pretty diverse world, I guess. Like from all we've seen so far, we only seen Japan, so there's like all the other countries too. Like I think it'd be cool to see all the other countries and a whole bunch of more different powers.
Yeah, because, you know, the whole world building, we haven't seen much of that, have we? Well, we've seen some of it, but not like the whole bunch. Like, especially with different continents and stuff like that. How do they use their superpowers and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. So that's my number 2 spot. Now, for what you've all been waiting for, the number 1 spots. You go first.
From moi, the number 1 spot would have to be the good old Death Note.
Oh.
Now, this one was really hard for me, because it was either I wanted to do something like One Punch Man or Mob Psycho 100, but I ended up choosing Death Note because this was the first ever anime I have ever watched. And this is the whole like building block, how I got into anime and why I like gory anime. So I recommend if you're watching anime for the first time, go check out Death Note right now. Because the strategy behind it, the lore of the Death Note, the characters, the whole premise of the show is so dark and eerie, and it's, you know, that's not a bad thing. It's really good. But I do not recommend watching the adaptation. Oh god, don't watch the adaptation.
The freaking Netflix Death Note sucked.
It's a disgrace, but
okay.
But that's mine.
That's it for you?
Yep, that's it for me.
Alright. Okay, before I watch this new episode, I never would have put this at the top spot on my list, or even on my top 10 list at all. Number 1 spot is going to be Dragon Ball Super.
God damn it! I knew you were gonna. I knew you were gonna say Dragon Ball or something like that.
Okay, hear me out. Before this weekend, Dragon Ball Super was not on my top 10 list of anime. Not even on my top 10.
Alright.
And that's because of the fight that occurred. The 1 hour special is. Oh god damn, that fight was awesome.
Yeah.
And the fact that it is my, like you said with Death Note, Dragon Ball is my gateway anime, so.
No. Oh no, you used to talk about Dragon Ball a lot, so I thought it'd be something like that.
So it's like freaking the fight scenes in this anime, like finally the animation in Dragon Ball Super is starting to get way better. The transformations were always epic, and the world too, like it's like a world like it's not like inspired by this world. It's like it's fully created. It's like on the par with the Naruto's world building.
Oh yeah.
And,
remember that Dragon Ball video? Remember that Dragon Ball video you made? And it was the whole fight. You seemed really excited for that video, or when you were doing that video. So
I was just goddamn, that was. I made that video right after I watched the episode, so I was still overwhelmed by it. Like frick, I like the characters, like even the dumb Goku too, like Vegeta. I even like Vegeta. He's okay, not as good as Goku, but you know, fighting the comments, I guess. And they've really improved since Dragon Ball Z. Like at first, I thought Dragon Ball Super was gonna be like meh, but now it's really proving itself with this fight, and I'm hoping it gets better from there. And that is my top spot anime. And since this is really taking more of a podcast result, I'm just gonna make this the start of the podcast series.
You could if you want to. I don't really know.
I think this is the more logical point, because we've been just talking. And the fact that it's 15 minutes.
Whoa, it's already 15 minutes? I thought went by mine pretty fast, but
Me too, but it's like 16
not-
actually now. So I don't
Damn.
think the podcast will be. This should be a podcast. What do you want to call it?
I don't know. The story of podcast.
Oh wow!
Self promotion. Or shameless. That's what it's called.
What about Uprise podcasts?
Nice.
I'll figure out the name later, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
our top 10, I guess.
Alright. So anything you want to say before we go, or are we even gonna go?
I think this might be the end of this one. Anyways, guys, please leave a like if you enjoyed the little podcast, I guess. And subscribe to me, and go to his channel too, because, he's over there.
Especially mine. Yep.
The link's in the description below. They'll be good too. I want to make sure we can do podcasts like this at some point in time, like maybe on the weekends. Like, they don't take long to make, really. Well, I'll see. But yeah. So with that said, guys, see you later. Jenny.